So far this offseason, the Padres have signed Robert Suarez, Nick Martinez, Xander Bogaerts, Seth Lugo, Matt Carpenter, and they made some other solid moves, and then Nelson Cruz. And the Dodgers, on the other hand, have let Trey Turner walk to free agency. They designated for assignment Trevor Bauer and have now released Trevor Bauer. And Gavin Lux was going to be the shortstop, but now they traded for 34-year-old Miguel Rojas. And the question that has been coming up in baseball, and the question that I want to ask myself and you guys, are the Padres better than the Dodgers? I'm not sure, but let's talk about it. Don't get me wrong, LA's made some pretty solid signings this offseason. They re-signed Clayton Kershaw, they signed JD Martinez, and they signed Noah Syndergaard. And let's not forget the 2016 World Series MVP, just kidding, Jason Hayward. But that's just not going to cut it. Look at the Padres offseason. The Padres have been consistently in on all the top players. Obviously, they offered Judge like $1 billion. They offered Trey Turner $342 million. It's obvious that the Padres are in it to win it and that they want to win this year in 2023. We're going to be getting Fernando back after the first 20 games. I hope he can keep his head on screwed right. But, it's looking like a good year for the Padres. But the thing is, I don't know if they're able to top the Dodgers. I know that we are ranked higher in the preseason power rankings, but power rankings don't matter. It's just a title. It's just a brag. But the Padres need to pull off the impossible, actually playing to the expectations. Of course, last year was a very anticipated year. After the collapse in 2021, Padres fans were looking for a new high and a new season, and we got it. Yeah, there was a lot of ups and downs going from the Tatis thing, the injury before spring training, to him getting delayed, Manny Machado's injury in June, to just struggles throughout the year. But the Padres pulled it together, and they made an amazing playoff run. They beat the Dodgers in the NLDS. But I think 2023 is the year that the Padres have to lose. My only concern for the Padres is that last starting pitcher. Granted, I do think that we will make a move before opening day, but that is yet to happen. I really don't want to have both Nick Martinez and Seth Lugo as individual starters. Hopefully the Padres can grab a guy from the Marlins, perhaps Edward Cabrera, Pablo Lopez, Trevor Rogers, maybe Chris Sale, although I'm not trying to give up Kim right now if it's for Chris Sale who can't stay healthy. But if the Padres make a move for that last starting pitcher, I think that they do have a solid gripe to say that they are potentially better than the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers bullpen is very strong. I think the Padres bullpen is equally strong, if not better. Josh Hader, who figured it out, Robert Suarez, Luis Garcia, Tim Hill. There's just great guys all around in there. I mean, I love Vesia on the Dodgers, Gratterall's a beast. But the Padres just have a lot of talent, and the Dodgers do too. It's a really hard call. So let's talk about the Padres and Dodgers lineups for 2023. So for the Padres, obviously, Fernando Tatis Jr. is not in here yet. But you got Ha-Sung Kim, Juan Soto, Manny Machado, Xander Bogaerts, Jake Cronenworth, Nelson Cruz, Matt Carpenter, Austin Nola, Trent Grisham. And oh my goodness, could we just take a look at this 1 through 6? Ha-Sung Kim, Juan Soto, Manny Machado, Xander Bogaerts, Jake Cronenworth, Nelson Cruz. Think about that with Fernando Tatis Jr. at the leadoff spot. That is a scary, scary lineup. My only concern a little bit is the depth of our bench. As you can see, we got Campusano, Brandon Dixon, Azokar, and Adam Engel. I'm expecting maybe one more little trade or signing to grab somebody more solid because Adam Engel's really defensive outfielder. I see him a lot like Jose Azokar. They're kind of similar players, except Engel's got more MLB experience. But let's look at the rotation now. Yu Darvish, Joe Musgrove, Blake Snell, Nick Martinez, Seth Lugo. Again, let's remember that we will probably grab another starting pitcher to probably put in the 4 or 5 spot, and either Martinez or Seth Lugo will move to the pen. My assumption that if we do grab another starter, it's going to be Seth Lugo who goes to the pen. So that's a very solid rotation. It's kind of top heavy at the moment, but it's really solid. And with another move, it's going to be great. Bullpen, like I was saying, you got Josh Hader, Robert Suarez, Luis Garcia. Drew Pomeranz is always a question mark. He never pitches. He's one of the best pitchers on the Padres. In the last 2 years, in 2020 and 2021, he had ERA pluses over 200 with the Padres. So he's an over 100% average pitcher on the Padres in those 2 years. Steven Wilson, Tim Hill, Nabil Crismet, and Jose Lopez. I mean, it's a very solid bullpen. It's a little bit on the older side, but, whatever. We're winning right now. Obviously, here's Tatis. He is suspended for the first 20 games, I believe, and he'll be returning on April 20th. But now let's talk about the Dodgers lineup. So here we go. Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Will Smith, Max Muncy, JD Martinez, Gavin Lux, Trace Thompson, Chris Taylor, and James Outman. Outman was a rookie last year. He actually hit a home run in his first career at bat. The Dodgers are very good. Let's not take any credit away from them. Mookie Betts is a dog. Freddie Freeman's amazing. Will Smith, Max Muncy, JD Martinez, and then it cuts off. Okay, that's very interesting to know. So pretty much after their top 5, it's a little bit You know, Gavin Lux, no disrespect to that guy, but he's never really proved himself in the bigs. All right, let's talk about their bench. Austin Barnes, not very good. Miguel Rojas, they just traded for him yesterday. Miguel Vargas and Jason Hayward, that is not very deep at all. So both the benches on both these teams, the Padres and Dodgers, two of the best teams in baseball. They aren't the greatest, let's be honest. But let's get into the rotation. Kershaw, Julio Urias. By the way, their projection for Urias is absolutely blasphemy. I think he's one of the best pitchers in the game. Tony Gonsolin, you know, he struggles to stay healthy. Let's not lie. That's also another thing to take into account. Noah Syndergaard and Dustin May. Yes, they DFA'd Trevor Bauer, and then they officially released him. So now he's absolutely no longer in the team. I think I see a lot of young talent in this rotation with Dustin May. You know, Julio Urias is only going to be, I think, 26 next year. I feel like he's been in the league forever. The Dodgers are good though. Let's not take that away. Let's look at their bullpen now. So you got Daniel Hudson, Evan Phillips, who's really solid, Alex Vesia, Bruce Gratterall, Caleb Ferguson, Yency Almonte, Shelby Miller, and Phil Bickford. So the Dodgers bullpen's very solid, although the Padres, like, you know, like the 1-2-3 punch with, like, you know, Luis Garcia, Robert Suarez, Josh Hader, that's the best in baseball. Nobody's denying that. Um, I think the Dodgers, the thing with them is that they just know how to win. Yeah, in the regular season, but I think if the Dodgers can just stay consistent, they're always going to have that edge over the Padres, because in the last few years, with the talent the Padres have had, they've never really stayed consistent throughout the whole season. The Dodgers won 111 games last year. The only way to do that is if you're a very consistent team. Yes, there's always going to be some losing streaks in there, no matter what. That's baseball. But if the Padres want to be better than the Dodgers, they have to play at a more consistent level. So to round it out, I think the Padres 1-6 with Tatis is a lot better than the Dodgers 1-6. I think both the benches are kind of you know. The rotations are similar. I like Darvish. I'm worried about his age. I hope he has another good year. I don't think it's going to be quite as good because he got really hot at the end of the year. Musgrove, I'm expecting a big year from him again. You know, he struggled a lot in the middle of the season, of course. Snell, Zilla, that is a very interesting one. We need Blake Snell to be second half Snell all season long. No more of this, you know, first win in July BS. All right, I need Blake to freaking ball out all season long. Like I said, Nick Martinez and Seth Lugo, one of them's got to go to the pen once we get that last starter before the opening day. And yeah, like the Luis Garcia, Robert Suarez, Josh Hader punts, that's probably going to be beating the Dodgers, Alex Vesia, Evan Phillips, and Daniel Hudson. And once the Padres get back Fernando and he plays well, this is going to be a different club. But to answer the question of today's video, are the Padres better than the Dodgers? The answer is probably on paper, yes, but it depends on how they can put it together and play. They need to be consistent. They need to win a lot of games. They need to shine away from the losing streaks. They need to be a good team with good talent, playing good baseball, something that teams in past years that have this type of talent, maybe not to the same extent because this year is looking different, has struggled with. But that is my final take on the video. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think I'm an idiot? Do you think that anything I'm saying makes any sense? Let me know your guys' thoughts. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and like the video. Turn on that bell. If you like Padres baseball and baseball in general, this is the place to be. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.